Welcome everybody to the first episode of One Take Podcast about wrestling. And this edition of One Take Podcast is reacting to the August 25th, 2024 Monday Night Raw edition. First on the list is Randy Orton's promo. Bro, Randy Orton's promo had to be the best that he had in a long time. It sounded like a bunch of stuff that he used to say back in the day when he would, when he had all his shaved head, everything was nicely cut, everything was nice. He had his body, he had his veins just popping out, just ooh. He was the legend killer. He was the one that would kick your grandma in the freaking head and also kick your freaking uncle, too. He would just kick anybody. That's the Randy that we saw last night. Randy Orton. Not Randy. Randy. Even though it was fun to see him in a comedian light. I think when he was definitely um, being produced around those times was really more as I'm the old timer. I'm the fun old timer. I just want to support the new guys coming up. Yada yada. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of like what they did with Kane and Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan. At the time that they made them into quirky gimmicks, but they were this serious character. But they made them into this quirky gimmicks. Um, so it was refreshing to see Randy Orton come out, the Viper come out, get his flowers by the crowd. You know, I don't know how many years we have left of Randy Orton. Hopefully, many years to come. But I can't wait to get in that ring with Gunter. And he shows him why he's called the Viper, the Legend Killer. He called him a legend. Did you notice that? Randy Orton called Gunter a legend. Why is that? Obviously, because he wants and he knows that he is the legend killer. So he's going to go and do what Randy does. And he's going to give him the most three deadliest letters of all of wrestling. RKO! The next thing is Drew and Punk. Oh, wait, let me go back, give my prediction. I'll do that for a separate video. The next thing is Drew and Punk. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. This has been a banger. This has been a really good feud. I love the realistic aspect to it, the reality aspect to it. I don't know what's true, what's not. If Drew McIntyre really feels like this, if CM Punk really feels like this, you really don't know how each player is feeling like. So when you go and you see a video and you see a promo hit like this every week after week, and you see what's happening on Twitter, you see all the tweets back and forth, yada yada yada, you're like, is this real? Does McIntyre really hate CM Punk? It's crazy to see. I really do love the content. I hope Drew McIntyre wins in Bash at Berlin. I do agree with even it might be just a promo with Drew McIntyre saying that, oh, look at me, I'm Punk. Oh, we're so excited to be at XY City. Blah blah blah. It does get a little bit repetitive. You know what I mean? You do. It's like the whole Cody Rhodes thing. What do you want to talk about? Maybe if you're in live, it'll be really good. It's a gimmick thing, I guess. You know what I mean? It's all gimmicks at the end of the day. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I just love seeing them bash it out because you don't know if they're really throwing them punches, like for real or for not. But can't wait to see him in Bash at Berlin. Now let's talk about Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable. You know, I pretty much have an opposite opinion on the whole Wyatt Six fraction. Even with Bray Wyatt was there as well. It was just not my cup of tea. It's really not. It's not something that I like. It's not something that I genuinely enjoy. I could be a boring person, probably. To me, I mean, that's why WWE has 3 hours of wrestling, to conform to each demographic, to each audience. And there's a lot of people that love it, like they absolutely love it, and I don't blame them. If I was a sci-fi person and I saw those sci-fi stuff, you just be like, wow, this is like from a movie, and you actually feel it, like, oh shit, this is like from a movie. So I do get it. It's pretty good for sci-fi. For wrestling content, not so much, you know. But Bo Dallas as a wrestler, I'm not a wrestler. I can't do that. I can't do what they do. But I could tell you that he definitely, you could tell that it was his first match in a while. But I have hope and faith that he's going to go and try harder. He's going to go get better every week. That's that type of person. He's going to go in and just continually going in week after week. If they put him to fights, put him in matches every week, and just get better and better and better and better and better. You could definitely tell that he's been out the ring for a couple years. You could definitely tell that. But with Chad Gable being such a professional, you already know. And now he's in the spotlight of getting an IC championship, which I don't see that being a good thing for their group right now, for the faction right now, because I wish they would just focus on the fraction itself. They have gone it over through the memory of Bray Wyatt, but they haven't sold it on themselves. I could be wrong. You can have your opinion. Leave it down in the comment below. And this is a touchy subject for other people. This is my comments. It's my opinions. The next thing is the New Day. The New Day, man. The New Day. Kofi losing the IC runner in the IC tournament. You had Woods losing in the IC tournament. You had Woods wearing all black, Kofi wearing the colorful gear. So you see why they made him lose. I would prefer to see Woods go in, win that match, and enter and advance in the IC tournament. That gives them one more reason to kind of exit the group, because that's obviously what they want. They know that Woods can be a single competitor. They're putting that trust into him, because of right now, if they're making a storyline of him leaving the group and saying, "Hey, I'm doing me right now. Screw you. Screw that new member that's trying to replace Big E." No, Woods is a single. Uh, Woods is a single competitor. He is. He could run by himself. All these years with the New Day has helped him tremendously stay in the spotlight, be good with fans, especially during the PG area. But now we're entering the Netflix era. What's in store for Woods there? Does Woods get a little bit more graphic? I hope so. Hope he sees the New Day as his child. This thing, Woods definitely needs this. So hopefully he goes up, 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 because he could be a single competitor very easily on the showcase. Very, very easily. It's his time to become that single competitor, like how they were kind of doing with Big E, but unfortunately, stuff happens and you get injured. Big E would be poof. I don't know where he would be right now if he didn't get unfortunately injured. I wish he didn't get. A lot of people wish he didn't get injured, but same thing's happening for Woods. good luck to Woods on his new chapter of this storyline. Jey Uso, he's talking about him being, I want to be the IC champ. And the same thing that I say for Woods, I'm saying it for Jey Uso. Jey Uso can't be a main eventer. I don't know if they're worried about that he can't sell something or he can't draw, but he could draw. He was part of the bloodline. He was the second most successful member of the bloodline. You had Roman Reigns and you had Jey Uso. Jimmy and Sola were like this. But you got Roman, Jey, Jimmy, and Solo whenever they're all together. I'm not going to throw Sammy into it. Sammy's a different pitcher. Different in a different game. But you had Jey below him. People loved Jey. People saw Jey. People didn't see Jimmy. I don't know where he's at. Hopefully he's all good. But the WWE creative team needs to see Jey Uso like how we see him. And, it's never going to be perfect booking. But at the end of the day, this IC Championship Tournament advancement is telling us, hey, we're listening to you. One step at a time. We'll give Jey Uso that chance. And they're going to give it to him. I think he's going to be in the final two of the tournament. I don't know who's going to be the other one, but I think it's going to be Jey Uso, the final tournament. And I hope he wins it to go and fight. And the last thing is the Judgment Day. It's excellent what they're doing with the Judgment Day. The new Judgment Day. They really have a good. The Judgment Day is a very good fraction that the WWE has produced over the years on releasing into single competitors. Like right now, they brought in Rhea, brought in Damian, and then they brought in Finn Balor. Once after they took out Edge. Edge was already established a WWE legend. But they brought in these three that were doing okay by themselves, but they needed that extra oomph to them, that extra oomph. And so Damian and Rhea, they excelled that push. They excelled it. Because with a fraction, the goal of a fraction should always be to split up the fraction and that each member could be by themselves. We love our fractions. The Matt Hardys, the Dudley Boys, the Four Horsemen, Evolution, Rated RKO. We love all these fractions. But the main goal of the fraction is what? So these guys could go up, or girls could go up by themselves after. That's the whole thing. Once they split them up, any component of the fraction should be good by itself. By saying that, now it's Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Galito, and I forgot the other guy's name. But the other guy's name. Now it's their turn to elevate, to use this platform they call the Judgment Day to excel up. Because the revolving door is coming to one of them. Probably the next one is probably going to be Dominic Mysterio. That's probably going to lead the fraction, I believe, before Finn Balor. Finn Balor, it's just so hard to put him somewhere. You know what I mean? He's a good competitor. I love seeing him wrestle and compete and all that stuff. But he still needs that extra oof to things. You know what I mean? He still needs that extra elevation, which is the Judgment Day. So if you like today's podcast, subscribe to the channel for another podcast. Here was take one of Take One. But hopefully you guys liked it. This is episode 1 of Take One podcast about wrestling content here. And if you agreed with me, good. If you didn't, go like this. If you agree with me, go like this. If you didn't agree with me, go in the comment below and just comment away. Just comment away on what you didn't agree with me or what you did agree with me on, because I'm sure that I don't agree with everybody. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Peace out. Ring, ring.